office that's prosecuting this case is the Eastern District of New York, and this is the same office that is involved in the NBA scandals, the two NBA scandals that involve the mafia, a coach, former and current players. And when I was talking to another attorney on the NBA scandal, this is what she said. Generally speaking, when the Eastern District of New York brings an indictment, they've got the goods, they've got the evidence, and they feel very confident that they can prove these charges. A, do you agree with that? And what do you think the strongest evidence here is? Do you think it's those text messages and gifts because they're in writing? Or was it the obvious video because the balls were thrown literally into the dirt? Or do you think it's that money trail?
Well, to answer your first question first, Brittany, I do believe that Eastern District of New York is an excellent prosecutorial office. They do bring really interesting and well structured cases. That said, the indictment is just the prosecutor's version of the facts, and it's not the whole story. As a defense attorney, I can see certain areas in this indictment that would be potential weaknesses in the prosecution's case. And I believe that Mr. Ortiz and Mr. Clase will have attorneys that will be able to exploit those weaknesses. There are some defenses here. But to answer your second question, what is the most devastating evidence? Context really matters in a case like this. When you read the indictment, the text messages sound bad. The timing of when the text messages versus when the pitch happened versus when the bets were made, I agree, it looks bad. But again, context matters. It's important to get the whole picture. You don't know what the rest of that text message conversation was just by reading the indictment. And perhaps there is a more innocent explanation for some of those messages. It's also possible that some of the timing that looks pretty damning in the indictment could be coincidental or could be explained in some other manner. So again, the indictment's just kind of the version of the facts that the prosecutor's office wants us all to see and is going to paint the strongest picture of their version of the story. There is a whole nother story here that we will probably learn about as the case progresses from the defense team.
And of